In this Circuits of the Past video, we'll show you Herman's track visit to Zolder in Belgium, where he was invited by the circuit director himself. Herman arrived on the morning of June 23rd, 2022. At 12 o'clock he had an appointment with the director who would show him around the track during the lunch break. But first up, Herman sat back and watched the motorcycle event that was there that day. For those of you who don't know, Herman is the founder of this YouTube channel and the website Circuits of the Past. He visits almost all the operational and abandoned circuits that you can find on this channel. My name's Simon Smith, I do the voiceovers for Circuits of the Past videos and run a gaming channel on YouTube called Higher Plane Games if you're interested. Before I tell you a bit more about the history of the Zolder circuit and Herman's track visit, let us first sit back and enjoy the on-track action. When it was lunch break, the circuit director first showed Herman around inside the circuit buildings. Here you can see the impressive control room. Don't press any buttons. He was also kind enough to show us his office, so here you get a unique view from inside the office of the circuit director. Master and commander indeed. And here you see a preserved pit box from the old pits. Then it was time for 3 laps with the safety car around the Circuit of Zolder. 3 laps because Herman could film 1 flying lap. Meanwhile, let me tell you a little bit more about the history of this track. The Circuit of Zolder is a 4.011 kilometre, or 2.492 mile, long permanent racetrack in the northeast of Belgium. It opened on the 19th of June 1963 and hosted, among other things, Formula 1 races in the 1970s and 80s, as well as the 1980 Belgian Motorcycle Grand Prix. Oh, by the way, this pit exit was actually the first corner, but we'll talk more about that later. After the old Spa-Francorchamps was found to be too dangerous, Formula 1 moved in 1972, first to Nivelles and then a year later to Zolder. It was actually the plan to alternate the Belgian Grand Prix between Nivelles and Zolder, but because Nivelles ran into financial trouble, the Grand Prix moved to Zolder permanently in 1975. If you want to see what happened with the Nivelles circuit, there are many videos on this channel already where Herman explores the abandoned racetrack. Sadly, the Zolder circuit is also famous for the fatal accident of Gilles Villeneuve during the qualifying for the 1982 Belgian Grand Prix. Here in the descent, he hit the march of Jochen Mass. The Ferrari was torn up in the accident when it was rolling, and Villeneuve was thrown from the car. In the area where Villeneuve was found, there is now a memorial, so that's where we're going to make a stop. After Villeneuve's fatal accident, the Belgian Grand Prix was held at the new Spa-Francorchamps in 1983, before returning to Zolder one more time in 1984. Ferrari driver Michele Alboreto won the race, carrying Villeneuve's number 27 on his car. Once again, it was the intention to alternate the Belgian Grand Prix between Zolder, which is in the Flemish region, and Spa-Francorchamps in the Walloon region. However, since 1985 the Belgian Grand Prix has settled down at Spa-Francorchamps permanently. Interestingly, for us petrolheads, the Circuit of Zolder is not only a motorsport venue. It also hosts cycling events, which are very popular in Belgium. It even has 3 times per week evenings where people can ride their bicycle on the track. That's not a track day I would sign up to personally. Today, one of the main events is the annual 24 Hours of Zolder endurance touring car race though, around the end of August or the beginning of September. Like many other circuits, Zolder has also been modified several times. The first change was the fast left kink before the hillock, and it was replaced by a chicane in 1973 for the first Formula 1 Grand Prix. This was oddly because slower cars would often get airborne here. Imagine what would happen with a Formula 1 car today. It'd be like Singapore Sling times 10. Even now though, with that chicane in place, cars still get airborne quite often here. After the first Formula 1 race, the FIA required a slower version of the fast left-right combination before the start-finish straight. So for the 1975 Grand Prix, that was changed into a chicane too. In 1986, a third chicane was built on the site of the Villeneuve accident, to replace the fast right-hander on that site. The chicane was named after Villeneuve. In an ironic detail, sadly, Villeneuve hated chicanes. The last changes to Zolder were in 2002, led by Herman. They modified the first chicane and moved the first corner inside slightly to create a safer pit exit. The pit exit is now where the first corner used to be. So that's a brief history of the Circuit of Zolder. After the tour of the circuit director, Herman walked a little more around the circuit grounds. There he could also take some video shots of the construction works for the BMW M Fan Day event, which would be held there at the weekend. So whilst we enjoy this footage, I'd love to invite you to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Click on the notification bell so that you don't miss any of the action, on or off the track, past or present. We upload frequently new content from racing circuits from the past and sometimes from the present too. You can also visit the website www.circuitsofthepast.com for more information and download a free ebook about 7 abandoned circuits that you can visit legally today. For now though, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in our next video.